Hello, hello,
Greetings.
hello!
What up, party people? Oh, wait, wrong fan base. What up, weebs?
Welcome, Sugoi! Welcome to
Konnichiwa!
the first Anime Amigos of 2019.
Woo!
We're 2 away from the Season 2 finale.
Yay.
And if you're watching this on the vlog, hello to our good faces. If you're listening to this on the podcast, hello on your morning jog.
And then you can watch us after you jog.
Calvin, you forget. They're anime fans, they probably don't jog.
If you want to write hate mail to Elliot, his address is... Oh, and other development that's come out of this one, in a couple of months' time, you're finally going to be able to buy my book.
This compendium.
The
is
Nerd
massive.
Consultant's Guide to Anime.
It's like a fucking Game of Thrones novel.
It's biblical.
And since I've now got it done, I feel like I'm very confident. I don't know if any of these art's going to be visible. Certainly not for the podcast people, but the vlog people. I'm actually. I will get at some point. I will say, if the person does the art for the art of the four of us, did on both the vlog and the thumbnail and the podcast, did the art for this book, and they've done a fantastic job. I also want to thank Neve Ellis, Brian the Moon, who did the art in the book, and I want to thank Neve Ellis, who did the brilliant front cover for this.
We love you guys.
Stuff. Amazing work.
I've seen like a lot of them. They are absolutely brilliant pieces of art.
The sheer volume of illustrations and the quality of
Yeah, there's like
There's like an illustration for nearly every anime in there.
It is every chapter, isn't it?
It's every chapter with the that's all about anime, and again, some real. It covers some of the most successful seasonal anime of recent memory, and some of the real classics. You got stuff. There's a whole thing on Studio Ghibli.
It even features like some of the anime that came out this year as well.
Yeah, in fact, 3 of the anime we're talking about today are in the book.
Yeah.
So if you want my more, although I would say those ones, I think my thoughts are going to be more full today than those ones, because I literally, I'm not joking now, with Violet Evergarden and Darling In The FranXX, I wrote them the day after the finale.
Oh wow.
No, literally, we got home from AnimeCon and I went on the computer and started writing my Darling In The FranXX chapter.
Nice one.
Same with Violet Evergarden. As soon as it was done, I went, I want to write about it. Place Film the Universe, I was a bit further into the book before I started writing that one. But I did mention that Darling In The FranXX was... another anime from this year that we're not talking about today that is in the book, Devilman Crybaby is in here. Yeah. But I also do think these guys helped out with some of my chapters. Ren helped out greatly with my chapter on JoJo Bizarre Adventure. Elliot helped out quite greatly on Vanguard. Well, I didn't talk about Vanguard, but I did talk about it briefly in Yu-Gi-Oh! Because we were discussing kind of like why is Vanguard not caught on with the public the same way Yu-Gi-Oh! Had?
Yeah, because that is very bad. I love Vanguard, hence why I'm the Vanguard vagrant.
And Reese was a great help in my Gundam chapter.
Oh yeah, professional.
The biggest chapter in the book, no joke.
And 40 years worth of anime condensed.
So I just want to get to the page on that one. It's 323. I've just gone past it. The picture of the not real Troya. Long story there. Now this is it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pages before we actually get to our first talking about the first Gundam series.
That's just background.
That's just And the thing was, I was meant to do another Gundam series as well, but I didn't have time to see 00. Which I've heard is very mixed bag in terms of...
I thought it was okay. But
It's aged better than Wink has.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty good, though I only saw the first season.
And it's weird, I'm one of the few people who still kind of likes Wing, although I freely admit it's a very, very flawed series.
Just quickly, shall we get to introductions?
Yes, I'm the voice designed by me, Calvin Isn't, the Pokemon Punk. We've got some new nicknames for ourselves now. You're still keeping your one.
I'm still Reese, the Gundam Guru.
I'm still Ren, the JoJo genius.
I'm Manny Chapman. If you remember last time, I changed my name to the Vanguard Vagrant. And I have a goal this time. A very important goal to not mention King's Game shit. After now, I'm going to try not to mention King's Game.
Not even 5 minutes. Not even 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Not even.
We tried our best.
Starting now.
Time it. Time it now. Okay, he's got... it's 1:20. He said that. Speaking... Okay, so, Anime of the Year. We're going to get round to our thoughts on this one. If you've seen all the 8 nominees in the thumbnail, and you want to just... And you've got your thoughts set on the series, you just want to hear the contrast on them, or you want to just get to the results, you can jump to the thumbnail in the description box.
Yeah, click the link in the description and blah blah blah.
There's all the description blocks. If you just want to jump to straight anime, there will be. We will be going over this one. You might want to tune out for another. You might want to skip because in the next 5 minutes we're really going to be discussing the stuff that didn't make the list.
Yeah.
So, start of all, 2018 as a whole, what did we think?
I thought, while there was some stuff that was god awful, a majority of it was really good.
Yeah. There was some amazing. It started off incredibly well, and I think kind of that coloured the opinion later on, but that didn't stop some amazing shows.
I think when it comes to professionally watching anime, I kind of started in 2015. 2015. No, I did also spend a lot of time backlogging 2014 anime that I really that was really recommended, which actually got one of my top 15 favorite anime, 2 of my top 15 favorite anime from that. Which also is in the back of the book. But with that, I have to decide now, did I think 2016 was a better year or 2018? Because I think 2016 was more consistent, but 2018 had the better number of great shows. And I think when it comes to 2016, 2 of my top 15 favourite anime of all time were in that year.
With me, I did see a fair bit in 2016, though I didn't watch like seasonal anime. I would say like one thing in that year made it into my top 10. Meanwhile, this year 2 things made it into my top 10 favorite.
That's interesting.
There's been some incredibly powerful things out this year. That
Oh,
really
good
changed.
God,
I think the
there
one-
was some really
I think the
amazing
one
stuff.
thing that 2016 had over 2018 is 2016 had a good summer season. Had a really good summer season. There was a bunch of stuff that I really liked in the summer season. This year didn't have a great summer
Yeah,
season.
that's the downside
Yeah.
with this season. Summer season was pretty
bit
awful.
lacking.
Which
Yeah,
is it?
and the sports anime were pretty bad.
Well,
We had one really good one.
2.
Yeah, we had 2 really good ones.
2 really good sports
Which I'm
anime.
going to be mentioning in the honourable mentions.
3 actually. I'm going to say 3.
Oh, really, what was it?
Are you saying 3 or 3? Is it?
No.
No,
3 the number
No,
or 3 the show?
No,
3
actually,
the number.
No, actually, yeah, 3. Actually, I will be
Well, 4,
with you that
including
3.
Well,
No,
as I say, I did actually do a chapter on 3 as well, and then again I explained that one. It's not for me.
Yeah.
He says that, but it's actually his number 1 anime.
Yeah.
Yeah, he looked.
Yeah, you can't lie to us.
yeah.
We've all seen the war scrolls.
Yeah, he loves the nipple. He loves looking at the nippleless, shirtless boys.
Let's move on. So, what was the things that didn't really get a mention?
I have the honourable mentions right here. If you'd like me to list them out.
Yes, please.
All right, so I'm gonna try and go through these as quickly as I can. First off is Angels of Death. I put it all in alphabetical order, by the way.
Yeah, same as I did. For
First
that.
off is Angels of Death. It was a really good show, and really shows how to like make serial killers really likable. Definitely the best video game based anime
Someone has to do it.
of this year. Asobi Asobase, the funniest shit I've seen all year. 3 asshole girls disguised behind a cutesy girl anime. If I could go back, I would make this my anime of the summer, but I can't go back, so yeah. One for me personally, Cards by Vanguard. It had an amazing reboot. It was absolutely amazing. It was fucking phenomenal. Reese will agree with me with it.
And it's continued strong into the new year.
Hell yeah, it has.
Yeah.
Unlike Yu-Gi-Oh! Brains.
Yeah.
Next up is Castlevania. Season 2 really did a good job of continuing with Season 1, and really shows like Netflix is actually starting to make some really good provings with anime. I know that a lot of people don't count as anime. Shut up. Cells at Work. A really interesting idea done really well. Some really likable characters.
He was genuinely using it on his university course.
Yeah, and also playlists are absolutely adorable.
Yeah, I will say it's the most educational show of the year.
Yeah. One for Reese here, Full Metal Panic Invisible Victory.
Woo!
I haven't really seen it, so I can't say much, so I'll let Reese take the corner.
Well, it took us 12 years, but we finally got a sequel, and it was amazing.
Thank you for having us dodge a bullet that we didn't have to spend our entire Christmas watching Full Metal Panic.
Yeah.
I would have happily done it though.
I would have happily done it.
Oh, that ending is so good, though.
And next up is one I'm pretty sure all of us will agree on, Golden Kamuy.
The most underrated anime.
Yeah, most underrated anime of this season had some really good lore, had some really good ideas. Season 2 was a little lacking compared to season 1, but it was still really good. I cannot wait for season 3.
Yeah, and I will say it had a better season finale than season 1 did.
Oh yeah, I will agree with you there. Sword Art Online Alternative, Gun Gale Online.
None of us expected that one.
None of us expected it to be good. Turned out to be the best thing a Sword Art Online has done. I would love to see another thing done like this.
So who knew? The way to make Sword Art Online good was to remove Kirito.
Yeah,
It's what we've been
Who
saying
would
all
have
along.
guessed?
yeah. Obviously, also Len and Len is adorable and Pico is badass.
Yeah.
What Hanebado Honeyball, one of the few things that have actually made me to like badminton. I fucking hate badminton, but this one is actually really good.
It certainly makes it interesting.
The animation was really good. It was all well. The cinematography was great, and not to despite all the sweat. Seriously, there was an incredible abundance of
Everybody
sweat.
was glistening.
Yeah. Next up is Hinamatsuri. In my opinion, a really overrated anime, but it was still pretty damn good. It was still pretty funny, and Anzu is just an absolutely adorable, precious little star, and Hina is a trash bag.
Yeah. Next.
One for Ren, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, Golden Wind.
Fine.
I'll let him take the stage for this one.
Yeah, I've been waiting for. So I will say that I think that in 2016 the Anime Awards, was it 2017 that JoJo's lost against?
Kira lost to
The upset of the century.
The villain from Erased.
Is that the villain from Part 4 of JoJo's lost to the villain of Erased somehow?
I put it in the book.
Somehow the biggest injustice of our time.
I'm going to see if I can find that.
Can we get that to JoJo?
This year has that.
I really liked Golden Wind as well. Golden Wind, I think it's not quite come into its own yet, but it's really making good paths.
It's just amazing. The mangas, I read the manga for it years ago, but it's just like this year has been incredible. The animation standard has definitely gone up. The OP we've had is just fantastic, and I'll be talking.
Let's get on to the next one.
I'm just going to say now quickly, if I get to spare time, I'm going to try and watch all of JoJo.
You can watch the first two parts as feature-length movies. Part 2 is split up into 2 feature-length
I'll still just watch the series.
Part 3 is the one.
All right, next up is one that I'm very upset not that many people are talking about. Layback Camp.
Yeah.
An incredible soothing and just relaxing anime as a whole. It was just seriously good. Seriously, if you need an anime to just relax, I would seriously recommend this.
Do you know what's amazing? I was genuinely surprised how much I liked it by the end of the year, and I was genuinely surprised how much of a mention it did get compared to what I was expecting.
Yeah, exactly.
It's been on quite a few end of the year best lists.
Yeah, exactly. Next up is Megalobox, an amazing homage to the anime evolved like Berserk and Cowboy Bebop, and it did it incredibly well. The art style is absolutely amazing. Joe is a really, really likable character. It's just great overall. Run with the Wind, my most surprising sports anime, and that actually made me want to go out running. It has some
seriously good.
It has some really likable characters. And again, with Prince, I have never identified more with the character when it came to exercise. SSS's Gridman.
Yes.
An awesome show.
Could have easily been nominated.
Yeah, could have easily been nominated. It was my third favorite of last season, and was just overall really good. An amazing rendition of the live action show, as Reese said.
Yep, from 1993.
Yeah, and the ending was really good. And also, Akane is the best fucking villain. I'm not gonna lie about that.
I'll vote for it.
Next up is Tada Doesn't Fall in Love. I'll let Calvin take over this because he was a fan of it.
Seriously, probably the best. I'm still yet to finish Bloom Into You, which might change my opinion on this. But seriously, the best show on High Dive this year. Yeah. The reason to have a High Dive account.
Yep. Next up is That Time I Got Reincarnated as a Slime.
Very good.
My personal favorite isekai of all time. It was. Considering this year had like a crap ton of really underwhelming isekai, this one was fucking brilliant. It was
I'm
overall
actually considering it being a future Showdown episode with ReZero.
That'd be cool.
Hell yeah. Oh yeah, man. Seriously, Rimuru is absolutely amazing. And finally, another one for Calvin. Watakoi, Love is Hard for an Otaku. You take over for this one?
Probably the best Amazon Prime anime of 2018.
Would you say it's the best romance, or would you say Bunny Ghost Senpai overtakes it?
Of the ones that are not nominated, I would say it's the best one.
Alright.
Although Tada is very close second.
Yeah, but you put that as like your favourite of spring Watakoi, didn't you?
Yeah, Watakoi was just my favourite thing in spring. I love Watakoi. It's freaking really good. I've actually bought all 3 volumes of the manga you can get so far.
Alright, so that is that are my honourable mentions. Are there any of you guys feel I missed out?
I'll throw one in the mix. To be honest, you pretty much covered all of mine, but I think Devilman is worthy of note. Devilman Crybaby.
Like, I don't think it's that good though.
No, I don't think it's like a both.
Yeah,
a lot of people liked it. We just didn't.
Yeah, I feel like that one for us was kind of overrated.
I'm so surprised that we're the minority in this scenario. I genuinely thought when Devilman Crybaby, when it came out, the only reviewer I saw who echoed our opinion was Bennett the Sage. when he did both Old Taku. He did it for both Old Taku, New Tricks.
You have to at the very least admit though, the animation was really good.
Well, that's what I mean. I think they put a lot of effort into the animation, the music, and the actual revitalizing in the same way.
But then you're trying to condense a really, really long story into 10 episodes.
Yeah. One of the noteworthy things is that it had this polarizing effect. Like, you know, for example, we didn't really like it that much, but critically, it either did really well or really badly, and I think that's worth talking about.
Yeah. So, anything else for you guys?
Well, just saying about Devilman, also gave us a new anime run for the year.
Yes, yeah, true.
Yeah, it's now replaced the Naruto one. By the way, I'm wearing the Akatsuki cloak in case you didn't realise.
Well, I don't think there's anything we really missed off the list.
Besides that,
I think there's a few that we didn't get. Starlight Review actually.
Oh.
That was a really great one on High Dive. I think it borrows a bit too much from other anime that did it a bit better. But overall, it's a pretty good show. It's a pretty damn good show. Particularly Revolutionary Girl Lucina. If you watch that show, you're going to recognise a lot in Starlight Review.
Yeah.
So,
do you not want to talk about Persona?
I think I went down.
I think Persona started off really good, but I think it still started to go down as the series went on.
It's one of those ones where you're watching, thinking, "Why am I not playing the video game?"
If you want to experience the story as a whole, just play the game. The game is fucking phenomenal. It's my favorite JRPG of all time.
It's too the anime's way too condensed.
Yeah.
I mean, I actually sent out a tweet saying, "I really hope no one thinks being Shido is this easy in the game as he was in the anime because." As Ren will attest, that was a very hard boss fight.
It's funny because I beat him on my first try, actually.
And whereas I was thinking somebody goes, just Ren could just see from upstairs, oh, for the fucking bollocks!
it's the equivalent of me fighting against Ludwig the Accursed in Bloodborne. Died as many times.
Yeah, or me fighting against Dark Eater Medea and Dark Souls 3.
Okay, we're
both of which are amazing boss fights.
Because we want to actually get around to a lot of comparisons, we're gonna try and limit it down to like 5 minutes ago on each individual anime. So these are our 8 nominees for Anime of the Year. We have Violet Evergarden, My Hero Academia Season 3, Overlord Season 3, Rascal Does Not Dream of Bunny Girl Senpai, Darling in the FranXX, A Place Further in the Universe,
Steins Gate 0.
Steins Gate 0, thank you, and Zombieland Saga. So let's start with the first one that got nominated, Best of Winter, which was Violet Evergarden. So, what's the really strong points with Violet Evergarden?
I say definitely one of the really strong bits is like just the stories in each episode. Like each episode, there's a separate thing. Like you can watch each episode individually without much context, except for a couple where it's really story.
It's very episodic in that way.
Very standalone.
Like,
and I even kind of mentioned this when I was writing about it. I kind of mentioned the fact that it could be just any one of these alone could have been an entire season.
Yeah, like they were able to make a story that like every individual episode so amazing. Like every little conflict that happens with each of the characters that Violet has to try and fix.
Just the production of it is amazing. Like Taichi Asate does a brilliant job directing it. Both the screen. The soundtrack done by Evan Cole is fantastic.
The animation is phenomenal. This is one of the most beautiful things I have seen.
Kyoto Animation spent like 2 years getting this together, and it's really
it really shows.
Let's be real. To be honest, the thing that makes it amazing is the fact that it was done by Kyoto.
Yeah, it's even better that like I'm going to be generally serious. Its animation quality is better than a lot of anime movies.
Yeah. It's better than the high cost sequences that studios will pay for.
Yeah, exactly.
It just concurrently.
Like you could tell when they were making it, it was just a real passion project for them.
It was the very first. There's a thing called the Kyoto Animation Awards where they'll it's not like there are nominees and you win an award. The idea is you put your thing up and it can win one of several types of awards. Like some will guarantee a publication, possibly an anime adaptation, possibly some can get you a good prize and they'll link you with some other people. But there's only one which is the grand prize, and that guarantees you not only will your story be published, it guarantees an anime adaptation done by Kyoto Animation. Violet Evergarden is the only story to ever win it.
Wow.
And I still can't get the light novels. I've been looking every day on Amazon. Are they releasing the light novels over here? We still have not got an official translation of the light novels.
I really want the light novels.
Yeah. There's a lot of stories that didn't make it into the anime, and there's a lot of the early stories are anime only. Particularly the one where she's learning to be an auto memories doll and she writes a letter to her friend's brother is an anime only. That's anime only.
That's a shame as well, considering like that's where Violet starts to get good with the whole auto memory doll.
There's also the other one that's anime only is the one where the girl's going to get married. Not the princess, her partner. They go back to her homeland. That's an anime only one. A lot.
I guess they were trying to make sort of a episode dedicated to each of the characters.
Yeah, they kind of tried to flesh out the side cast a little more, which the light novels apparently didn't do a brilliant job of doing. But just the main character's great and the story's great.
Like I know Giguk. Yeah, he said he didn't enjoy Violet. I don't see how that could be possible because of how good of development Violet gets. Like you slowly see her become more and more human.
I mean,
to the point where she thinks about what she did in the war and like actually has a meltdown because of it.
Yeah. When it finished, I was kind of saying, I don't think we'll get something better this year, and I genuinely said with that and Place Further in the Universe and FranXX, I'm very doubtful something's going to come along that's going to be better. And I was kind of right for most of the year.
Yeah, I just remember watching it and just thinking it's going to take a lot for something to beat this.
Yeah. And it's also interesting was the first time me and Reese both picked the same thing for Best Original.
Yeah.
Was that one?
Yeah, because I was generally thinking Reese would pick Darling in the FranXX.
Yeah, I was sure you were going to.
I just enjoyed the story more with Violet Evergarden.
Yeah.
And it just visually,
yeah,
every single frame is a painting.
The one,
in that show.
You can literally put like any single frame and you can have it at the desktop wall.
Yeah. It's interesting that other changes they made from the light novels is they went with by the way, most of my source on this is Under the Scopes video on the production of it. But originally the city was meant to be more like London or very British cities. But then they thought Violet would blend in too much in that environment, so they wanted to make the environment more like a Mediterranean town, like Barcelona.
The name Leiden, the city that the first few episodes take place in, was actually the name of a place in Holland, the name of a city in Holland.
Oh.
So I mean, probably coincidental, but
yeah, no. They were genuinely trying to say make it more European, so Violet stands out more in the background. They also got rid of her battle axe.
What?
Well. You know, in light novels she carries around a battle axe.
That's amazing.
that is pretty amazing. To be fair, though, I can understand why you do that.
Apparently, the light novel, I haven't actually checked it out, but I've heard from non-spoiler pits, the light novels have a different ending to a slightly. It's the same ending, but it's a lot less ambiguous.
Alright.
See, I see Giguk's criticism on it, like saying.
This brings us on to that point. What's the weaknesses?
Well, I was going like I think the fact that it lacks maybe like a central storyline, but the fact that it's episodic is really strong.
Yeah, but like the fact that it's episodic is really good. But at the same time, it doesn't have a central storyline, but you can still see how it's there.
Yeah.
Like with, I think it's more. It's not like a storyline about the world. More the story is purely following Violet.
Yeah, I like Elliot's point there. Is there any other weaknesses we can really think of with Violet Evergarden?
A lot of the side characters, while they did flesh out a bit more, weren't quite as fleshed out
as they could have
been. Yeah.
But then again, I think if they had fleshed them out more, it would have taken away from Violet.
Yeah, and Violet is meant to be the pure focus of it.
The other thing I think is I don't think it'll do so well in binge watching, which Netflix is very much a binge watching.
Yeah,
I mean, God, I actually did say in my book again. Another direct quote from my book, God help the poor soul that tries to binge watch all 13 episodes in one go.
Yeah, I'm going to sing that, because I feel like this is why, with them doing it with simulcast, was a good idea, because it's really a show you need to like sit back and reflect on like everything you've seen.
Whereas I think if you did it binge watching, I think a couple of episodes would over.
It's like the fact that it's episode. It's like binge watching Black Mirror. Like you're just going to wear yourself out too soon. I think watching those one after another is quite a difficult thing to do.
And also binging Black Mirror does make you weak for the human condition and your soul.
Yeah, that too.
God. Speaking of which, I have since watched Bandersnatch, and I am now, and my mind was screwed. I'd actually said I'm gonna watch. I'm only gonna do like 1 or 2 playthroughs, and I'll be fine. I was lost 2 hours of my life. So let's move on to My Hero Academia Season 3.
Alright.
What were the real strengths of Academia Season 3?
The big fight scene.
Yeah,
First
Deku developed his powers a lot more. Is what I really liked. How like before he was sort of I felt like before he was sort of more kind of a clone of All Might, a lesser one, but now he's sort of gaining his own identity.
I actually I saw a review for My Hero Academia, and they basically said he said My Hero Academia is basically Naruto if Rock Lee was the main character.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty accurate actually. Actually, there are a lot of comparisons with Naruto I can make.
The author of My Hero Academia did say he was very much inspired by Naruto.
Yeah.
I think the decision.
Did you actually wait? Sorry. Just quickly, did you hear that the creator of Naruto is making a new manga?
Yeah, I've heard about this.
Hang on, has he finished with Boruto?
I don't know,
Okay,
but
so-
like he's sort of working. He's starting to work on a new manga. Like it's a samurai one as well.
cool.
Which is
Well,
pretty cool.
Boruto's gone into Jump Force.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yay!
Well,
I was
everyone
waiting
wanted-
for that announcement.
Well, we don't-
Everyone
Am I
did.
the only one actually with Jump Force? You're surprised there's only one My Hero character?
A little bit. I would have liked Bakugo in there as well.
Yeah, I would have. Yeah, I would have liked Bakugo.
Well, All Might.
Bakugo. Or All Might, maybe one of the villains.
Yeah.
Still, at least now we can have Deku beat up Boruto.
Yeah, but
Repeatedly.
yeah.
Let everyone beat
Yeah,
up
and
Boruto.
but in all fairness, we do have a My Hero game out, which I'm really wanting to get.
Which is why the reason why I'm genuinely pleased that he got in the game, because I thought he wasn't going to get in because of My Hero's One Justice.
Yeah, I'm upset
But,
that's after the end character. So.
I really like this series. I think this is one of the best series of My Hero
I
Academia
feel
so far.
honestly, I feel like I know I'm in the minority, but I feel like the first season, the first half of it was lacking a tiny bit. Like I didn't find myself as excited for each episode as I found myself in season 2. But when the second half came in, I was all for it. I loved it a bit.
I thought it was slow up until the fight with Muscular, at which point I was hyped as fuck, and then it went from strength to strength.
Yeah.
Not to mention, it does have a weak opening episode.
Yes, it does.
Yes, we'll get to that a little bit later down the line. But I really like a lot of aspects of the show. I like the development of that this season gave us. I like there's at least 3 fantastic fight scenes, like best of the years.
Yeah, like I know a lot of people's favorite was All Might versus All For One, and that was a fucking phenomenal fight. But honestly, I think my favorite is probably Deku versus Bakugo.
Because it's been a long time coming.
Because it's been fans have been waiting for it, and especially considering like these two, you see them as real rivals. They're like this show's Naruto and Sasuke.
What I like about My Hero Academia of its fight scenes is every fight scene has a meaning.
Yeah, every fight scene has a purpose.
It's.
I think one of the strongest things that season 3 did was I mean obviously spoilers for anybody who hasn't seen it.
Yeah, I should point out there's probably going to be spoilers.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of spoilers discussed.
Yeah.
Is the fact that All Might is now gone as like this overshadowing.
Yeah, like and the thing is, I don't even know like how far into the series we even are. Like if I was thinking like All Might would eventually like either lose his powers or I don't know die or something, but you expect that to happen like close to the end.
No,
not
but like the fact that they've done it so soon means that they've no longer got that blanket of safety.
Yeah, so like also just the fact that
that means it's sorry to interrupt you there, Elliot,
yeah.
but it does mean that they've now thrown the entire story up in the air. Where is this going to go?
Yeah, but and also it's just sort of that now that All Might's out of the picture, he's like no longer like this incredibly powerful mentor. He's like more someone helping through the story, like giving advice rather than like punching things.
Yeah, he's pretty much Yoda without the Force now.
Basically.
And you know what? I really like him for
That's
it.
a good comparison, actually.
I had some Yoda thoughts.
Well, we've already discussed some of the weaknesses. Any other weaknesses we kind of missed from this season?
Again, the opening half is a little iffy, but that's just for me personally.
Well, the development for Bakugo during that flashback to the bank robbery scene, I wasn't keen on the development they did for Bakugo, making him an idiot.
Yeah,
that's a good point.
Yeah, because like Bakugo is.
They didn't actually explain when that took place.
Bakugo is a bit of an airhead. He has like major anger issues, but he's not a complete idiot.
Yeah.
No. I think the second OP is worse than the first OP.
Get out.
You're in the minority. Make My Story is phenomenal,
and it has decent editing, unlike the first OP.
It's an absolute. I will admit, I did really like the visuals in the first OP.
Yeah,
at the very least. I thought the first OP this season had the best visuals.
I will say though, one thing that bothered me about My Hero Academia season 3 is also I don't think it had a great finale.
Yeah.
It definitely went out on a whimper.
I can't remember what the finale was.
Yeah, like it's
Tintin came in.
like
What? No, did you not think that? I thought it was a great finale.
No,
Yes, but that's not a finale. That's a first episode of a season back. That's supposed to hype you for the season that's coming.
Yeah,
that's
but
not supposed to be concluding the season
but
and giving you a little bit.
Yeah, that's good.
But I mean, season 2, I think that had a really good finale. Like it added, made you excited for the next season, but also added something to it as well.
Yeah, which is what season 1 and season 2. I don't think season 3's finale did quite the same thing. It was just kind of like a damp squib to go out on.
No, it's...
I must admit though, I think they should have. I think they should have ended with introduction of the trio and we're like, oh my god, who are these three?
Yeah.
And we got to wait a year to see.
Or like giving us a preview of their powers and then showing us them like before they actually meet the.
yeah.
I think, although judging by the poster for season 4, which we've already seen, he's going to be playing a bigger role in season 4.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
I will say all comments that spoil the manga will be nuked.
Yeah. Please. Yeah, seriously, we'll kill you.
And
I've seen him do it. He's definitely killed before.
Stop.
You talk about the hair.
Overlord,
Only a serial killer.
Overlord season 3.
Alright. Season 3, pretty good, I'd say.
Yeah, Ainz finally does something.
Yeah,
Villainous.
This might be the best season of Overlord.
Yeah.
Well, in my opinion, the first season is still the best.
I'm going to go against you. I think the third one is the best.
Yeah.
Really?
I think the first is the best as well.
In terms of the things that, like, in terms of actual events that take place that are relevant to the plot, I think one. Definitely, it's the most impactful. But
yeah, but like we do actually see like Ainz sort of become like.
Here's an observation out of that. No one's sticking up for season 2.
I feel like season 2 was good, but it was kind of a nothing season.
It wasn't very much a filler.
The first half was good, but the second half not as good.
Yeah.
Whereas season 3, I think season 3 is the one that's been the most consistent.
Yeah, but like I'm glad now. It's quite interesting that they're now portraying Ainz as like the villain, especially considering most isekais, the guy who's transported into another world is overpowered, but he's usually deemed as a hero.
Exactly, and he's actually now embracing the role where previously he has just been like kind of umming and ahhing as to what he
sitting
wants to do.
Yeah, and that
I don't.
So you do feel like sort of the influence of his minions doing that.
Yeah.
But that's just because rather than him like tempting him, they're just making him misunderstanding what he's saying.
I really liked the first arc with the goblins and
that was
becoming the village.
That was the best. That was the best arc. I feel like the first arc of the season was good. Was the best arc.
And even then, it was followed up by 2 really good arcs. Even though the weaknesses, I really wish to get round to getting round with the extra player.
Yeah, like
we were all discussing before it.
Like the weaknesses. The weaknesses. It is good, but it doesn't add much to the overall plot, really.
Yeah. I remember you and me. We were ranting quite a bit on Twitter, saying when's season 4 coming out, and then someone replied back to us saying, "Give them time. They've only just finished They've got to the end of the light novels."
Yeah, but I was going to say another weakness I found was the CGI in the last couple of episodes.
Oh,
no.
It is Berserk 2017 bad.
But with the goblins as well.
Yeah, the goats,
the baby goats,
the trolls.
It's one of those just go. Oh, for the love of God, what the hell is that?
It makes the CGI in Zombieland Saga look good.
I mean, it's worse than the bear in Golden Kamuy.
Let's be honest. Of the 8 in here, I think this is probably the weakest.
I am with you there. Like, don't get me wrong, it's not like Knights and Magic from last year where we put a serviceable show in the best. This is still really good. It still feels like Overlord.
And let's face it, out of all the things we were watching in the summer season, this was the one that we got most interested. Incidentally, when I put up the public poll on the Facebook group, someone said, "Why do we not have Attack on Titan season 4?"
Honestly, if it was up to me, it will be Attack on Titan, but we cannot judge an incomplete show.
Yeah, it was very, very good, but let's face it, they're not done. It's not finished.
There's still so much that could happen, or like, we can't judge based on that.
I'm glad it's coming back in April. I'm looking forward to seeing more of it. And this was one of the best seasons of the show so far, just for Historia's arc alone. But that's it. I've only got a snippet of it. I've not had enough. I need more. And Overlord, I never felt when Overlord was done, I didn't feel as much betrayed by the fan. I felt like I wanted more, but I didn't feel like I wanted more because I was missing out.
Yeah, if anything, we were betrayed by the art department.
Yeah.
For the Abomination.
But
bad. You shouldn't do Goblin CG.
No.
Let's move on then. Rascal Doesn't Dream of Bunny Girl Senpai. Biggest strengths of that one.
Oh, the dialogue.
Yeah,
the
the
dialogue
writing.
was really good.
The writing is so good in Bunny Senpai. It's why it's one of the ones I'm the most. It's the one I'm most disappointed didn't receive an Anime of the Year nomination at the Crunchyroll Awards.
Like we got Zombieland Saga, and that was really good. But I feel like, and while I do still prefer Slime to Bunny Girl Senpai, I feel like that was the one that was most deserving in that season for Anime of the Year.
It's got really great I think the animation is very underrated. I think it's actually got very good animation.
I feel like it's got really good animation. I love a lot of the character design. Oh my god, the characters!
And they did.
How good are they?
And I thought it would have been so easy for them to repeat. I actually thought after we got it's not Kaede, it's the second arc, which I can't remember.
And also, I'm just gonna say now with the relationship between Sakurai and Mai, I feel like this is probably the most realistic relationship we've had in anime so far.
I agree.
Can I ask for a comparison quickly?
Okay.
Would you say strength of characters rivals something like Golden Kamuy? Or obviously in a different way, but what would you...
No, I think it's better than Golden Kamuy.
Yeah, I would say it does rival it, but in a different way. With Golden Kamuy, the characters are just really entertaining. They're really funny, and they can be badass when they want to. But with characters in Rascal Doesn't Dream of Bunny Girl Senpai, they're down to earth. They're interesting. Makes me want to know more about them.
Yeah.
See, with the second arc, sorry. Reece.
No, I was going to say about Golden Kamuy, they've spread the cast too thin with too many characters, in my opinion.
Whereas with
Bunny Girl
certainly by
Senpai
season
is
two.
more focused.
Certainly by season
that's
two.
a good point, actually.
Yeah.
I will say. But the thing is, when I got to the second arc, I thought this is going to be they all want him, and he's going to keep rejecting. And I thought, oh god, this might get a bit tedious.
We do not want another Sword Art Online.
But then, fortunately, they managed to rescue it from that.
I'm so thankful. Like we get a male helping all these females, but it doesn't end up as a harem.
Yeah.
And I mean, even there was tons of great storylines. Like the storyline with my sister was great. They had the angle around Kaede was great.
Futaba's was really good.
Futaba's seriously surprised me. I did not expect that from Futaba. That was. I think Futaba's art was the one. If it wasn't episode 3, Futaba's art was the other one that won me over.
Yes, I do think Mai's is still the best.
If there's one weakness, I want to, because I'm quoting enough from other anime reviewers. I want to quote from H. Brandon, which is a point that he made when he was reviewing. I think it was like we were coming up to the first episode of the Kaede arc. Yeah. It was like he was reviewing the episode just before that, and he said it's probably a point that I really hadn't noticed at that point. The cliffhangers are kind of meaningless.
Yeah, like I will be. Also,
they're not the big earth-shattering bombs they make them out to be.
Yeah, and I'll be honest with this, I wasn't that big on the ending. Like the ending, I feel like I was expecting it to be like a really good ending, and yet it just kind of ends. Yeah. There's no real conclusion.
Well, they are setting up for the movie that's coming out later this year.
Yeah, I do get that.
But I also thought it was quite mature to have that sort of ending. That it doesn't all go perfectly.
Yeah, I do. I do sort of understand that, but I mean, just the thought of like Mai running off felt so out of character for her, considering she just like, I know Sakurai's not gonna cheat on me. I know that, and yet she just runs off.
But at least by the end, she admits it was an overreaction.
Yeah, she does admit it, but I just feel like that was really out of place for her.
Yeah, well, don't forget, people in real life can be random as well.
Yeah.
So it is reflective.
And by the way, that doesn't mean we're validating that idiot who said that we should shut up about plot holes.
Yeah.
I'm not validating that one, but Reece is incredibly correct on that one. Which
people do just.
And also we do,
sometimes.
and also we don't know. We still don't know if that girl is in Sakta's head or if she is genuine.
Yeah.
We don't know. We don't know yet. I'm really hoping we get a very quick release on the film.
But I mean, it would be weird if she wasn't in Sakata's head, considering everybody reacts with her.
Well, we'll see when the film comes out. I don't want to judge that.
Seen Sixth Sense?
Oh, for God's sake!
So she's secretly Bruce Willis.
Yeah, of course.
Don't. I had to review Glass this week. I'm done with Shyamalan for a while.
Why was Glass not good?
Yes, and it's even made even worse by the fact that it's following on from It's sequels of both Unbreakable and Split, which are two of Shyamalan's best films.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, for the love of God, Shyamalan, you just had to stick the landing. What have you done?
Well, what do you expect? It's Shyamalan. It's Shyamalan.
Let's move on. Okay, first of the
Wild cards.
Yep. Let's start with Darling in the FranXX. Now, this is the one, I feel, this is the one, I'm going to say it right now. I'm going to say two very bold statements. One's going to get me punched by Reese.
Well, depends.
This is not as bad as everyone made it out to be. This is the anime of the year, the anime this year that got the most hate on it.
Yeah,
for no reason.
Which is weird because
not for no reason.
Not for no reason, but not unnecessary.
For plenty of reason.
But still, it's still really good.
Yeah, it also ended in death threats to the cast.
Seriously?
Yeah, did you not know about that?
No.
Yeah, death threats were sent.
How?
Because of what happened between Hiro and Ichigo in episode 15.
14.
14, that's it.
Seriously, for that?
For that, yeah.
For that.
No wonder they
Seriously,
spread it up in 15.
I didn't like that bit, but come on.
Yeah, people overreacted massively.
I'm just gonna say now.
That's waifu wars taken to its full
I'm
extent.
just gonna say now, for anyone who actually did that, I'll happily give you one of these. Fuck you.
The thing is, I
Okay,
actually really enjoyed that episode. I was rooting for Ichigo the whole time.
Well, nobody else.
No,
was.
but I mean anyone who sent the death
Well,
threats.
she ends up with Goro.
Yeah, but that's
who
wants Goro?
Goro?
Yeah,
Hey,
poor Goro.
Goro's my favourite male in that.
Okay.
But here's the other statement that's going to get me really. I'm preparing the shields. I like it more than Evangelion.
Oh!
Those are fighting words, Carl.
You like it more
Hang on, the anime or the films? For Evangelion.
Both.
You
that's
like
a
it
bold
more than
statement.
Evangelion?
That's a bold statement.
Here's the thing, though. Evangelion. The one thing that Evangelion and
The thing is, though, I think
the one thing that Evangelion and Darling in the FranXX have in common is both of them have villains that don't make much sense.
They also have mechs that go berserk.
Yeah, the thing is though, I've never seen Evangelion, but from what I've heard, it's been like back then it was really good, but now it's getting very mixed opinions.
Okay.
It's still really good.
I remember watching the Phantom Strider saying that how he didn't like it, and I just remember watching, just thinking, yeah, I get what he means actually.
And Menace Sage also did a very good argument against it. I mean, to be fair, when I was going to write my book on Evangelion, just go a bit off topic, but I said, okay, I'm going to try and understand the fan base now. I'm going to really look into the fan base, why they like it. I'm going to get their opinion in the book as well. So it's not mine. And I had a lot more respect for the anime afterwards. Yeah. I don't like it, but I've got more respect for it.
Yeah,
but here's the thing that really bothers me about Evangelion and kind of FranXX, but I think FranXX has this is a bit less of a problem than it is in Evangelion, which is big. Seele makes no goddamn sense. They make no goddamn sense. Why the... Okay, they assume that humanity is a fluke, and well, they also know that angels are also sort of part of humanity. So why don't they assume the angels are also a fluke? Why are they? If they assign with the angels, why do they fund a program that directly opposes the angels?
Maybe we should get back onto topic with Darling in the FranXX.
Yeah, but here's how it relates to FranXX. With FranXX, everyone's going, well, why are the Calaxors attacking the humans? Well, at least with that one, it makes some sense because the humans are directly siding with their enemy at this point in time. They don't have a choice in the matter. They can't communicate with the humans.
Yeah, exactly. Especially considering we didn't know the enemy were actually the enemy until the end.
Well,
there was no setup for that, though.
yes, there was.
There was. To be fair, you have to admit,
it was
with
the Calaxosaurs, but then, we understood that, the people at the top of humanity likely had some sort of ulterior motive. But then
no, but you could tell, you could see, how they were going for
Gurren Lagann, I think. They were going for the anti-spin or whatever.
Yeah, the anti-spirals.
Yeah.
But ironically, it kind of rips off Eureka 7 quite a bit as well. In fact,
you keep making Eureka 7 comparisons.
I'm going to say the finale of of both shows are fucking identical. Like almost, you can watch some of them shot for shot. Yeah. Honestly, I don't want to go to too many spoilers, mainly for Eureka 7 because I want more people to see it. But honestly, some of the shots in the finale of Darling in the FranXX are accurate. Although I will admit, I did notice a lot of the comparisons with Gurren Lagann, especially because I actually watched Gurren Lagann very soon after I finished Darling in the FranXX.
It seems like it's kind of a mishmash, really, of some of the things that have worked in the past. It's not a bad show.
It's a lot of the former Ava and Gurren Lagann people working on it.
I'm sorry, but can we seriously please get back on to topic?
So
this does relate though, because it's very much.
Yeah, I know, but I don't want the entire 5 minutes to just being us comparing Darling and the FranXX to
FranXX.
But you have to.
Okay.
Okay.
Well,
Yes,
okay.
it was good.
Let's look at his own. What's his strength? What's his weakness? I think his strength is the characters.
Like I'm like the entire year's gone by, and I still think 02 is best girl.
Yeah.
I do, and also I like
She's
the
best girl for me.
Hell yeah.
I like. I would say she was challenged a bit for me with Kokoro, because I think she's.
That was just rushed though. The whole wedding arc.
Yeah, but still,
Nobody likes it.
But still, I'm gonna say now with Kokoro and Misuru until when Go Senpai came out, they were my couple of the year. I felt like they were a really good couple, and like how they got back together at the end was really.
Yeah, and he felt they did a very good job.
Like I was expecting, they get back their memories or something, but instead they just go like, we haven't got our memories back, but apparently we were together back then. You're pregnant now, so I'm gonna be there for you.
It was very mature of Kokoro's former pilot as well.
Futoshi.
Because it could have so easily turned into like, he's just salty about the
Yeah,
whole thing.
but I mean, like, he did admit how he was in love with Kokoro at one point, but I think he sort of accepted the fact that they're not going to be
showing
together.
showing that on screen.
And although even if he did grow a very unfortunate moustache by the end.
And also this is like, he was what was the thing called again? You know, when they like eat things and throw up after.
Bulimic.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, it turned out he was bulimic. That's a subject I've never seen in anime before.
Yeah, I don't think
and like they did it actually kind of well.
Yeah, but it was only referenced like one episode and then dropped.
Yeah.
Well, to be fair, he does get a bit more support after that. So
yeah, but like I don't think like if they continued it, if they did like just kept going on with the whole bulimic thing afterwards, it will become like repetitive. I feel like if you have one episode showing it, I feel like that's enough.
But we don't show him recovering or anything.
Yeah, you might.
It's just swept under the rug.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. Let's go on to the weakness.
So,
What's the weakness looking at this thing by itself?
The plot.
Yeah.
No, I wasn't against it.
I do enjoy the plot. I do enjoy. I'm more thinking like some of the twists come out of nowhere.
Yeah, like you can make the argument that they tried to weave it into the narrative, and like you throw hints, but how do you throw a hint towards the ending?
Yeah, but you can tell there's also massive rewrites as well because you have the whole nines set up to be villains later on.
Yeah.
And no, we're good. We're dead.
Yeah.
That's their character development. We don't like you. We like you. We're dead.
That's a good one.
Congratulations on the character arc. Well done.
Let's move.
I will say though, to go back to Friends, I love the ending. Like that ending episode, if you ask me, is the perfect.
And I think when
ending.
the plot does work, it's very engaging.
Yeah, when the
very-
plot works, it is phenomenal. The ending was really good. I'm gonna say now, if they make a season 2 for it, I'm gonna punch a midget in the bollocks. I really do not want a second season. It ended perfectly.
In my opinion, it ended at episode 15. Nothing happened afterwards.
It's a very unusually specific thing, by the way, Elliot.
If there's any midgets working on Trigger's stuff,
Let's
you better
move
watch
on.
Look out, Frodo's! I'm coming for you.
Let's move on.
What's the next one? What are we up to?
Next is
Place
Stein.
further. Place further than the universe.
Place for the Universe, which we all really loved that
Yes.
one.
Yeah.
It was so good.
I don't think
It was phenomenal.
I think there's very few. Well, off the top of my head, I can't really think of many
No,
criticisms.
I'll admit there are very, very few.
This was very much tying with me with Evergarden up until the end.
Yeah.
I think though it's got great cast of characters.
Yeah, like literally
Amazing, yeah.
all the girls in this show could have been nominated for best girl.
Yeah.
And the side cast are pretty good.
I've never had so much feel good from one show, but also feel sad.
What was that?
That was
Was that
Ripley.
Ripley's?
Yeah.
That was my puppy, everybody. Want to say hi? Say hi to the people, Ripley. Say hi to the internet.
Our excellent mascot.
We've so in space. And here's the thing though for me that bothers me with Place Within the Universe.
You can get that now.
I think it's going to be forgotten.
Yeah, like which is
Well, I think it's got more staying power than Layback Camp. Personally.
That
I
can have a season 2. Though.
I do sort of agree with you there, but
Which I think is unfortunate because I think this does not
Also-
deserve to be forgotten.
yeah. Also, I'm gonna say now with the Crunchyroll Awards, I think they picked the wrong girl.
Yeah, wrong best
Yeah.
girl.
Yeah,
Yes.
they should have gone with Shiraise.
Yeah.
You know, the girl who actually had a reason to go to Layback Camp rather than latching onto her like a schoolgirl human centipede.
But each one of them has a reason for the trip.
Yeah, well, Shiraise had
She's
the biggest
basically the main character.
had the biggest reason, and like Hinata had a good episode in like episode 11. But episode 12, oh my god. I was so close to just breaking down and crying at the scene.
I think
Also, it was great with her and Shirase in the episode where they're in Singapore, and they decide whether one of them goes ahead or they all.
Yeah, all the great.
And it has one of the funniest finales of anything I saw all year.
All the girl who did everything, all the best things I say was Shirase. She stood up for Hinata against her friends. She was the one who nearly gave up her 1 million yen so they could get on the plane. She had the biggest emotional moment. I just feel like she was easily one of the best characters of this entire year.
Going to Place Within the Universe though, with I will say if you look, so speaking as someone who has lost their passport abroad, the fear is real.
Yeah, it's very real.
It's can we think of a weakness for this show?
I think potentially maybe they went for the wrong main character. It seems as though they put all this crafting into Shirase's arc, and mostly it is about her, and it's about her relationship with her mum.
Yeah, but we didn't get that much on Kimari though.
Well, yeah, I think.
But I think Kimari is kind of meant to be this idea of the whole series is meant to be her arc. The idea of she's doesn't want to waste her adolescence.
Yeah, but I mean, with her, very little within the series actually seems to happen around her. The very beginning is very much about her, but after that, it sort of revolves around the others.
That's what I mean. I think she's a really good vehicle to get the story going, because she's pretty much the catalyst for everything happening. But past that, most of the development and most of the things that happen do relate to Shirase Hinata.
Yeah.
I can't hear the name Kimari without thinking the cat person.
I could just die now, girl.
Yeah.
And exactly. I could just die now. That's her name now.
Yeah.
The one thing I will say is who was the idol again? What's her name?
Was that not? I thought that was Hinata. My bad.
No.
Hinata was the shop girl.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Yeah. That's who I thought Hinata was. My bad. Yeah. She definitely shouldn't have been best girl.
Oh no.
No. Oh, Crunchyroll. The fuck?
What the hell's wrong with you, Crunchyroll?
It's okay.
You put her in, but not Violet Evergarden or 02.
We're not trying to. We're not trying to insult anybody who voted for her for best girl, but you are wrong.
Yeah. You are very wrong.
A petition to put back in the other category.
But here's the thing with Place Within the Universe. It feels like occasionally it's repeating itself, but at the same time, it's good. It's good. All good repetition.
Yeah, it also has a solid plot as well. They go into a destination.
Yeah, exactly. Start and finish. Yeah, that's what's really interesting, because you're left. You would just think, okay, well, this could realistically just take place over 4 episodes. They could get over to. All of the things that happen in between.
Yeah, never mind that. I feel like this could just be a movie.
Yeah, sure. We were thinking though all the time. We were thinking, how long is it going to take them to actually get to Antarctica?
Yeah.
I will say though, but that being said, when they actually did get there, they did a good job of it, and I think overall the pacing has been really good.
Yeah, the pacing was really good. I love the cinematography, and this is.
Oh, and by the way,
and this is second.
Get your point out, because I've got another one for that.
This is second place to Violet Evergarden for the most beautiful anime. Yeah, the scenery is phenomenal.
Also, the soundtrack is phenomenal.
I love the soundtrack. It is so good.
So, one of the things that I kind of it's the angles, and some of the shots feel as though it's not directed. It doesn't feel like an anime some of the time. It feels as though it would have been directed as if it could have been shown as a live action. I don't know.
I mean, I quote from my book: the series organically gives time to show their bond grow, which is not an easy task to achieve in 13 episodes, but the series pulls it off expertly.
Unlike the others where they're just immediately friends, this one really feels like throughout the show they become closer and closer to the point where at this point at the end they're pretty much inseparable.
I mean, I don't want a sequel to this because I think it's perfect, but I wouldn't mind seeing a few shorts of their life.
Or I don't know, something like them going back in summer, just something a little different.
Just a few 5-minute shorts or 15-minute shorts.
Like what happened with the older research team that they went with, because they're obviously very interlinked, and we found out a reason.
Yeah, or like a prequel to it. Yes. Based around Shiraise's mum.
Oh my god, yes.
Actually,
the building of the expedition. I would love to see that.
It's weird because I was all saying before this. I don't want any more Place Within the Universe because it's perfect. But you have convinced me now.
Yeah,
like not quite a sequel, but side stories.
Yeah, absolutely.
Also, I do love the ending where she goes back and says, "I'm back home." Oh yeah, by the way, I'm in the North Pole.
Yeah.
And she says, "Why?"
Yeah, just like what the fuck.
Yeah.
Let's move on.
I was going to say,
It's Steins Gate Zero.
Steins Gate Zero.
Steins
What
Gate.
you really wanted in?
I don't think that many people are going to agree with me, but this was one of the best things I saw. Oh yeah, this was like the best sequel I have seen. Oh yeah, it was fucking amazing.
Okay, well, let's go for the strengths. What was the strengths of Steins Gate Zero?
Well, it gave a very good, accurate depiction of depression.
Yeah, like how I love how like all the characters change because they feel like they like it's not like they completely change. There's an element to them that still seems to be there, but like Okabe has such a good change, and you see how Mayuri like really begins to worry about him. She misses Ho and Kyoma, and you can really see like she really loves him as well.
Yeah.
I remember you mentioned this when we were going out to buy the extra equipment for this vlog. Loads of people complained about that Okabe's out character. Yeah, that's the point.
Yeah, that's like you cannot expect. Like as I said, you cannot expect him to have seen Mayuri die several times, then Kirisu die several times. The two most important people in his life dying over and over and over again, and to see him still going, I am mad scientist.
Yeah, exactly.
So
Son
cool!
of a bitch.
Son of a bitch.
I think that's both a strength and a weakness because you can go into it with the expectation, I'm just going to see more of the funny antics in season 1, but then like you do see
but like
this
it
marked
really,
character
it just
change.
really hits you. I'm just gonna be serious. This is just as good as the original Steins Gate. I'm just gonna straight up say it.
I'll agree on
Straight
that.
up say
Yeah, I
it.
will.
Yeah, and when it was announced, I was like, this won't beat the original Steins Gate. It's on a level with it.
I'm
Which is a
definitely-
really hard task to do because Steins Gate is a sci-fi phenomenon.
Yes,
Yeah.
Steins Gate is like my second favorite anime. It's amazing.
I was actually I really wanted to buy the box set for my editor on Axia's website who actually has a foreword in this, and he goes on about his love of Steins Gate. I always tend to buy him Steins Gate stuff for Christmas, but I couldn't actually find it in the end. I ended up getting him some Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy stuff.
And by the way, Okabe, I'm just gonna say now, is one of my options for cosplay. I would love to cosplay
He's a great one too.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Which will come first, Joker or Okabe?
No, I think first it's gonna be.
Joker
I think first it's gonna be Dante.
That'd be cool.
I
that
am
make
mad
cry.
scientist. I do think though Steins Gate is basically the world's longest Dr. Pepper advert. Because Mayuri shot gets shot. Dr. Pepper, what's the worst that could happen?
Just see them like
Just
going
cuts to Mary's death repeatedly.
Yeah, just them in like a conga line singing Dr. Pepper with occasional scenes of Mayuri Kirisu dying.
What's the weakness of Steins Gate Zero?
It has a few bad episodes.
Yeah.
It has a couple episodes that could be better.
Okay, what's up with the villain in this?
Yeah, like he still comes out as a villain out of nowhere. Like he's so charismatic, like Lintaro.
Yeah.
I like though how they don't change him. Like he still has the same charismatic thing. It's just
It is one of those where it's it turns out it works both ways with Western actors trying to do foreign actors in foreign languages. It's just as cringeworthy as when Japanese actors try to pretend they're American. It's like, no.
I'm gonna be serious.
No.
I will say though, at least they didn't do the Disney style of the surprise villain where they're good and immediately they're just assholes. At least he stays the same when it turns out he is.
Yeah.
Okay, here's the thing though with the villain. The other thing about the villain in this one, it's kind of a case. Actually, going back to the whole thing of bad actors trying to do it in a second language, there's a really poor example in the Perfect Insider, which is a very rocky mystery anime, which I'm really annoyed to put in the book in the end. But had the art commission, I might as well do it. But it's just you just go, no, guys, stop. No one's buying it. Either of you are American.
Funnily enough, one of the anime that I've seen that uses an actual English first language speaker who speaks Japanese as an English character is Elegant Yokai Apartments. So they have like an English club, and the people who are Japanese speakers, but then put on you can really tell. Like
something I did really like, I would say, is in Megalobox they actually got an American voice actor, and he does only really speak American.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that was.
And
phenomenal.
there's it further proves that there's tons of great rap songs this year.
Yeah.
Although only one made it into our list. But any other weaknesses we can think of? With Steins Gate, I'm kind of a bit iffy on the new character they introduced.
You mean the Akusu lookalike?
Yeah.
Yes. Also the legal lolly.
Yeah.
Legal lolly for the win.
I actually really like. I
like her,
like
but I wasn't so keen on the one that was turned out to be my Yuri's daughter.
Yeah.
I was kind of like,
Yeah,
That
I do somewhat get. What
Okay,
you
you
mean.
kind of bigged up that she might have been Okabe and Kuritsu's daughter, which, okay, how does she still exist in this timeline?
Yeah.
But it was like the ending, though, and how they actually tied it into Steins Gate.
Yeah, I thought the ending was really good. I loved how it gave Mayuri a massive bit of spotlight. It turns out she's the one who helped Okabe. She's the one who convinced the Mayuri in the other world line to get him to go
Also,
back.
another weakness of the show: not enough times Mayuri going did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
That has
nerfed
literally
her.
been how I've been greeting everyone. Just
It's
They nerfed my Ori.
it is.
I did want to sneak away. I did want to try and distract Dream and sneak away his phone and make that his text tone. I just get a text from him like, Calvin, what have you done to my phone?
I just go. I've improved it.
Because you hear about that at parties that someone nicks someone's phone and then changes all the contact details to be really rude names.
Yeah.
And then you start saying that someone
or like with what Russell Howard does to his mum, changes her contacts to famous person's name. So which he rings her, she just goes, "Hello, Barack."
Oh my god.
No, the worst one was, I saw this as a cringe-worthy one. It was Graham Norton's going to say, someone changed my ringtone. Who is this? Foxy Llama. No, really, who is this? Your grandma. But that's it. But let's move on to Zombieland Saga.
Yep.
Who would have thought at the beginning of the year, an idol show would be in our top eight anime nominees?
As I mentioned in the last video, I really don't care for idols, aside from Baby Metal, of course. But this was, I'm generally serious. I would buy a French Shushu album. I'm generally serious.
Available now on iTunes. Not even a joke, it is actually on iTunes.
Really?
Where is it?
Yeah, the OP and the ED are both on iTunes.
Is it just the OP and ED or
No, unfortunately, none of the other albums.
I want all the songs!
My favourite, I think, was Saki's song.
Oh yeah, Saki's song was amazing. Probably followed by the one with Yuko and I sit.
Yeah.
Ein's arc. That was really good.
I think though, excellent implementation of LGBT themes with Lily's arc,
Yeah.
which really surprised me.
So was that confirmed in the episode?
Confirmed in
Yeah.
episode.
In the show. Okay.
Yeah.
In fact, she dies because
She sees a hair growing on her
She
chin.
starts going facial hair.
starts wearing facial hair and has a heart attack.
Yeah, that.
Which-
Well, way
I'm
to
sorry,
go.
but I know it's the death of a 12-year-old, but I just fucking bellowed and laughed.
What a way to go.
It's like, that's like, okay, this is both tragic and hilarious. How is that possible?
Yeah, it's just I don't know whether to be sad or just.
Soundtrack is really damn good.
Yeah. Also, Kotaro.
Yes.
Kotaro. Good morning. Just oh my
Yeah.
god, he was such an
I think that-
amazing character.
I think that was this year, our version this year of this season. It was our version of everybody clap your hands.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like Ho-Oh and Kyoma personified, but boosted up to 11.
It's just the best.
It's just
Yeah.
that great food. The legendary Tai Yamada. Who is she? The legendary
Tai
Tai
Yamada.
Yamada.
Oh, I love that.
And Tai is one of my favorite characters out there.
I'm gonna be sick. After the last two episodes, Sakura has become my favorite character because those two last episodes, in my opinion, were the best. I feel like it had a really good ending. And
loved the ending of that show.
Yeah, I'm gonna be serious. I want a season 2. I would love for there to be a season 2 of this
You
show.
tweeted immediately as we were done.
Yeah.
When is season 2?
Yeah.
Because
we really need it.
Yeah, especially because I think it's so teased we're getting a season 2 as well, because they started making comparisons to the celebrities. I was just thinking, this will pop. In the first episode, I was thinking,
Tatsumi, why did you pick well-known people?
Yeah, I was just thinking, this will. How did they not recognize these people? They're just like, oh, they are. Okay.
Well, no one's going to recognise a famous child star. On Japanese television.
Nobody's gonna recognize the lead singer of I Am Thrill.
Yeah, and no one's going to notice a bunch of graves have been dug up.
Very good point.
Well, actually, that's actually direct commentary on Japan's burial services. There's not a lot of, from what I've heard, there's a lot of relatives don't have as much access to corpses as they do over here.
Yeah, and also.
That sounds wrong.
I was going to say, like, what do you know?
Yeah. Yeah, and also, I was just thinking,
what
if they keep going for like 20 years and they look the same age?
Yeah.
Won't people get suspicious?
Well, actually, no. Idol groups tend to don't tend to last long because they just say, well, they've aged too much. We're going to cut them.
Yeah.
That's
right.
you got to remember. You got to remember. Zombieland Saga is based on the idea of it's both a really good idol show, but it's also a critical look at idols.
Yeah, but it's sort of like it's critical on idols, but at the same time it's genuine. It's just generally like trying to be a good show at the same time.
I would have said most times I really rarely have something like it's like I've had arguments with your mum over this quite a bit. With a film called Bride Wars, because I say you can't make fun of weddings and insist simultaneously give them then say, oh, aren't they great? And I thought with Zombieland Saga, I was going to say by the end, you can't criticise idols and then make an idol show. But they said, oh my god, they somehow achieved it.
Yeah. Are there any weaknesses, would you say?
The CGI.
CGI is not very good.
CGI is not too great.
There's also a couple of nothing episodes, like the Hot Spring episode. What was accomplished with that?
Yeah, I don't know. And also, I felt like I can't remember one of them names, but one of them really wasn't fleshed out as the others.
Oh, the one who used to be
the geisha one.
The geisha.
Yeah, her. I was thinking, are they all going to get an episode? So no, she didn't get one.
No.
I think season 2 she's probably going to get one.
Yeah, probably.
Also, the weird thing is, the soundtrack, it's not as consistent as Place Further in the Universe. I know we're not supposed to be comparing them yet. I don't think the soundtrack's good, but I don't think it's very consistent. There's a couple of songs where I'm just going, I'm probably going to forget that.
I do get what you mean.
Especially because they repeated songs as well.
They only did that once.
Yeah. Well, once is enough.
And it wasn't one of the better songs that they repeated.
Yeah.
And all they did was add that stupid, I don't know, stuff.
Yeah.
What? Yeah.
You know what they say? Everything's, I don't know.
Yeah. But can we all just admit what the best part of this anime was?
The rap battle.
The rap battle,
yes.
That was the best. Yeah. That was the... Yeah, I'll be honest. When I saw that bit, I was just like, "This is gonna be great. This is already, I can already tell this is gonna be a great show."
We've given our thoughts on all of them. It's time for comparisons. We're gonna start with the one that I was put in charge of: subs and dubs. Okay, which one had is the one that? Okay, Bonnie Senpai and Place Further in the Universe were out of this. Neither of them had dubs. So, which one was each one we're going to say which one we thought was the strongest in this category and which one we thought was the weakest.
I can't say anything.
So, in this case,
I only saw it in subs.
Can I just say the weakest one in this category is, and all these had some decent ones, but the weakest one by far is Overlord.
Really? I didn't watch that.
Overlord's dub makes me want to go back straight to the sub instantly.
Really?
I genuinely really don't like I really don't like the dubbing.
So were we the only ones watching? Because I will put it first. I'm a sub man above all else. But were we watching some dubs? Is that right? We watched
Violet Evergarden in dub.
And 1 and 2. We watched every other episode. Oh no, that was 7 Deadly Sins, wasn't it?
No, we're going to be doing that with My Hero Academia. Although actually, I'm going to make a different rule with My Hero Academia, which is we're going to watch the first half in dub and the second half in sub, because they after they get to the halfway point, they give up on the simul dub.
Okay, sound.
Yeah, didn't you say like the best one for dub was My Hero Academia?
I would have said that. I would say that to the most part. And any other year I would give it to My Hero Academia, because I actually think My Hero Academia is better in dub than sub. But
the sub's great though. The sub is great.
But one of the things I really think though, I really felt like I really wanted to see this in dub, and I'm really struggling to go back to the sub. Both My Hero Academia and Violet Evergarden, I'm struggling to go back to the sub. But with Violet Evergarden, I can go back to the sub. I can't go to the sub with My Hero Academia. I'm struggling with it.
Right.
Even as well casted it is, I just think it's one where I really have to see it in the dub. I think Chris Sabat's perfectly cast as All Might. Deku's brilliantly cast. Bakugo's great. I think the only weak one is kind of the guy who plays the leader of Class B. And a couple of the jokes kind of fall flat because of the dub, like when she gets him to call them, he gets the exchange student to call them idiots.
Oh, yeah.
And it just, I guess, you idiot, don't make her do that. I really wish Bunny Senpai. The one I will say though is I probably, though I should really say Steins Gate. It's all the same cast, and if you like the dub in Steins Gate, you would love it in Steins Gate Zero. Although Mayuri does change partway down the line. I will say though the other one is the one which would have won, but it was marred by some miscasts. Was Zombieland Saga, particularly Sakura's casting. The actress to play this role is way too old. Actually, I will also say, I will say, Darling In The FranXX just missed off being the worst.
Really?
Hero is appallingly miscast.
Yeah, I will say I do really like the casting for Zero Two.
Zero Two's casting is pretty good.
I was going to say, if you're watching the dub for Zombieland Saga, then you're doing something wrong because you're missing Tatsumi's.
I'll say though, Tatsumi's example where he's played by Okabe. The interesting is he shares a voice actor with Okabe in both the sub and the dub.
And does he not share the same energy in the dub?
Do you know it's one of those where you go, he's trying so hard,
but you could just not. No one can hold a candle.
I'm just like, oh, it's one of those where you know when you watch something, you go, oh, bless.
Yeah, after his role with Okabe and Tatsumi, he has become my favourite voice actor.
Yeah. Okay,
especially considering he's actually voiced Light and Death the Kid as well.
Really?
Yeah, and do you want to know something funny? He also voiced.
Oh God, someone from King's Game.
Yeah, he voiced Nobuaki from King's Game. Yes, I failed. Okay. Oh, okay, shut up. Then I can say this. King Game Season 2, Anime of the Year.
An hour and 6 minutes. You were an hour and 6 minutes.
I did well,
Without mentioning King's Game.
Okay, before we get kicked out of here by our neighbours, let's move on. Best OP. Which one? Strongest and weakness. Which one do you think won on this one?
My Hero Academia Season 2. What? Who said that?
Darling In The FranXX.
Darling In The FranXX definitely had the best.
That's all your strongest one. Your strongest one?
I had it before. What was that? What did I say before?
My Hero Academia Season 3.
Yeah, My Hero Academia Season 3 OP1. Darling In The FranXX.
Just say which one you think is strongest.
Come back to me. I had it in my head.
I'm going to say technically it should be Darling In The FranXX, but I'm going to say the one that I went back to the most was Violet Evergarden.
Yeah, that one was a really good one.
Mine is Darling In The FranXX.
Yeah, I've been back to Darling In The FranXX the most.
Although I'm going to say Darling In The FranXX probably should take it because I think overall it was probably the best one.
Honourably, I will put Zombieland Saga because that shit's amazing.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Which one would you think is the weakest OP? And I say weakest because all of these were really good ones.
Overlord 2.
3,
sorry.
Oh, you're going to hate me for this. Rascal doesn't dream of when he goes so
yeah, I'd go Rascal as well.
Yeah, I mean...
Only because it's so high-pitched at the beginning.
It's a good OP, don't get me wrong. It's good, but it doesn't hold a candle to the rest.
Yeah.
Can I just say that I think the weakest one... I hate giving this to anyone because I think they're all great, but I'm going to go the one that I probably went back to the least.
I'd like to say now, we don't think any of these are bad. This is just the weakest out of the ones we've chosen. We all think these are great.
The weakest one out of them... I think I'm going to have to say My Hero Academia OP1.
Oh yeah, well I mean yeah, if you're going between the two of them, but
I will admit that was a close second.
Yeah. But I was kind of trying to say a place her in the universe, but I still think there's a lot of merit to that one.
Yeah, I saw a lot of place for it.
I was listening to that this morning and
it's still a really good one. Like we're alright.
It just brings back good memories.
Okay, ED, strongest one.
I had it in my head again. I'm gonna have to look at it again.
Steins Gate 0.
Steins Gate 0.
I just think the last game is phenomenal. This is the one we're going to be most defining.
I was quite a fan of Overlords.
Overlords
was quite
I'm going to say Violet Evergarden.
Fair dues. That's a really good one, actually.
I think in terms of, I think I was back and forth between that and Steins Gate, Steins Gate Zero's second ED.
Second?
First ED. Sorry.
Yeah, first.
The second ED is going to come up. The second ED actually was nearly my weakest.
Really?
Although, what?
I think Place Further in University.
You think that's the strongest one?
Yeah.
Okay. What about weakest?
Another unpopular thought, but I'm gonna go with Zombieland Saga.
Zombieland Saga for me.
Yeah, I'll go Zombieland Saga.
Weakest ED.
Bunny Girl Senpai.
The weakest ED.
Yeah, I wasn't massive in it.
Oh, you're talking shit.
I wasn't.
No, sorry, no,
I wasn't massive
I
on
am
it.
wrong. I'm wrong. I had it wrong in my head. No, it is Zombieland Saga. Was the
Yeah, we definitely agree it didn't have a great ED.
Yeah, I wasn't with it.
It looked nice with the watercolours, but that was about it.
Okay, which one had the strongest and weakest first episode?
My Hero Academia.
Strongest first episode.
Strongest.
Uh,
God, my head's not on.
Strongest soul.
Wake up, man.
Sorry, I was even talking about how good Bunny Girl's
right.
lady was.
This is actually really
Well,
difficult.
if you want to be perverted, you go Darling in the FranXX because it's got Naked Zero too.
True.
That's an image I'm not getting out of my head for a while.
Hey, some people don't complain about that.
Possibly Zombieland.
For me, I'd probably go Zombieland Saga.
Is it meant to
Because
be
I
on the
felt like
fly?
it showed
Yeah.
everything the show has and did it really well.
Yeah, it was the most funny.
I'm going to go with Violet Evergarden. I think that had the best, strongest opening episode.
Yeah.
I think that was the one where I was like, okay, where is this going?
I did think it had a really good opening episode, but I feel like it improved as it went on.
What about you, Ren? What do you think is the best opening episode?
I would say Zombieland or Place Further in the Universe, I think. Actually, no, probably not Place. Yeah, Zombieland Saga is probably mine.
So, you three went with Zombieland, I went with Violet Evergarden. That's interesting. I think we all went the same for weakest. My Hero Academia.
Yeah.
There's no need for a recap episode in the big opening of season 3.
No, because come on, everybody's gonna remember it.
Yeah.
Like, you're that far in, and the stuff, even the stuff in between wasn't very strong. And then we got episode 2 and everything was fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Recovered.
Which one had the best finale?
Oh man.
Darling In The FranXX.
Yeah, because it ended.
You really like the show.
Still
I
better.
like the first half, I don't
Yeah.
like the second half.
Still better than Evangelion's ending.
Yeah.
Oi.
No, that ending sucked and everyone knows
Yeah,
it.
everyone agrees on that.
Congratulations, fuck off. Elliot, get me out
I'm
of this.
gonna go with Place Further in the Universe.
I'm going to say Violet Evergarden. I've said that a lot, but I'm going to stick with it. I think Violet Evergarden's strongest.
You're
finale.
gonna hate me. I'm gonna say Darling in the FranXX.
No,
I thought what happened for an ending was superb. I thought it was really good.
Did you already say, Reese?
Yeah, I'm going to go with Place.
Place for the
Yeah.
universe. So 2 for Place for. What do you think is the weakest finale?
Darling.
Yeah.
Darling.
I'll be honest. I'm gonna go Overlord.
I'm going to say the one.
I thought it was quite a cool one.
Yeah, especially seeing
Probably
eyes
Well, actually-
dominate.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just gonna stick with Overlord. I'll be honest.
Fair play.
Oh wait, actually, with my favorite, I'm gonna change it. Steins Gate 0.
I'm going to say the weakest finale for me out of all these. I'm going to say weakest because I think all of them actually had very good final episodes.
Yeah, I agree, but I'm still going with
I'm
Overlord.
going to have to say Darling In The FranXX by default because I think all.
Were you not thinking MHA?
No, I'm changing my mind. I'm going to go with My Hero Academia because I think they had the wrong ending.
Yeah.
Whereas I think all the others had the right ending.
Again, I'm switching my favorite from Darling In The FranXX to Steins Gate 0. I felt like that was a really good ED.
Okay, which one had the best cast of characters? Strongest first?
Oh my god. This is so... How could you make me choose?
I know.
I'm
I'm gonna say Place, to be honest.
I'm going to say A Place for the Universe.
Oh my god.
I'm actually touting Overlord and My Hero.
Okay, that's
Both of those were really
interesting
good.
combo.
I'm really stuck. I'm stuck between, Rascal Doesn't Dream About a Ghost Senpai.
That's a good one as well. I was kind of in my thought lot. Which one do you reckon is the weakest cast?
Darling.
No.
The side characters were nothing.
I disagree with you. I very much disagree with you.
I'm going to disagree as well on
The
that
thing
one.
is, I don't want to choose. All of them are really good.
I mean, you could make the argument for Violet because there's not all that many central characters.
But the side casts, when they are done, they are pretty good.
yeah, in which case mine is.
I'm going to have to go. I'm going to have to say this one because I think it's the one that doesn't make the. I'm going to go with the one that doesn't make the most use of its side cast rather than has a bad. Well, I'm going to go with Overlord. I don't.
You know what?
just
Yeah,
too
I
many,
go with
too
Overlord
many,
as
too
well.
Too many.
I'm
characters.
but we're specifically talking about season 3's side cast.
Yeah,
but
and
they're
especially
just
considering
underutilized.
we get very little of Ainz's crew.
Yeah.
I'm gonna.
Cocutus is always completely out of it, really.
Yeah,
Okay, this is one where a few of them are going to be ruled out. Which one had the best romantic subplots?
Romantic subplots. Does that
Well, I'll have to go Bunny Girl Senpai.
I'm gonna say Bunny Girl Senpai.
Misuru Kokuro, I'm so sorry,
Yeah,
Bunny Girl
I'm-
Senpai.
I'm gonna say Darling, to be honest.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I wasn't. I'll be honest. I wasn't hugely invested in
headphones
Amigos
are
Senpai.
Which
Yeah,
one-
stepped
But
on
I
them.
feel as though I didn't give it its correct amount. I didn't give it full attention.
I don't
all
think
the
there's a
time,
weak one in this
Yeah.
one.
Yeah.
But if
Yeah.
I'm going to go for weakest, I'm going to say... I'm actually going to be really annoyed with this one because I don't like how a couple of them turned out, and a couple of them spawned from this. But I'm going to go with My Hero Academia.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with My Hero Academia because I'm very annoyed how like Deku is so oblivious to
Ochaku.
I
Ochaku
also
liking
think
her.
it's just it's a bit of a gimmick at this point. Like it's a classic shonen trope is that the boy's just oblivious to it. It's standard.
It happened in Naruto as well. Just like Jesus Christ, Naruto, get with Hinata.
Yeah,
At least they did that. At least they got together in the movie.
And from what I've heard about, from what I've heard with the plans with My Hero Academia, they are planning to have those two get together.
Oh well, good because they need to get over this
Yeah.
whole toga thing.
Actually,
as well.
in that case, I don't know.
But the
Probably
point is that-
Overlord.
No, I think the romantic subplots in that were actually alright. I quite like the one between, what's their names, the two blonde ones.
Yeah, good point. So yeah,
But
My Hero.
that was season 2 though, right?
Good point.
Predominantly.
No, that
No,
was
they're season 3.
Yeah, good
They
point.
got together.
Yeah.
No, they got together in season 1, but they're properly starting to get together in season 3.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You know what? I'm with you there. So yeah, My Hero Academia.
Okay, which ones, how do I put this? Which one do we think had the best, which episode, oh no, it's not, I lost track of my thought process there. We'll get back to that.
Next question. Maybe come back to it.
We'll come back to that one. Which one's weakest episode dragged it down the most?
Darling.
Darling.
I hate to say it, but yeah, Darling.
Darling got dragged down by bad episodes.
Yeah, but they really boosted it up with the next episode.
Yeah, which incidentally comes to our next point. Which one got boosted more by its best episodes? As in, it went up a level when it had a really great episode. We were like...
I'm gonna say Darling again.
I'm gonna say Violet.
I'm gonna go Bunny Senpai.
My Hero Academia. We did have that lull, and then like the episodes where it stepped up, it stepped the fuck up.
Yeah, but
I'm gonna say Darling because it had a few bad eggs, but when it went up, it really went up.
Yeah.
What's the which one had? Again, this doesn't really apply to all of them, but one of the ones it does apply. Which one had the best plot twists?
Ooh.
Ren, don't you dare.
You know what he's about to say.
Yeah, I do.
I'm not gonna troll.
No, we all know what the weakest one on this one is.
Yeah.
Yes.
We're all saying Darling In The FranXX is the weakest for the plot twists.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go Place Further in the Universe because of should I say his mother.
I'm gonna say Steins Gate 0. I think considering how well it tied into the Steins Gate the way I wasn't expecting.
I wasn't expecting the twist.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Steins Gate 0 as well.
We're not really getting to a real. We're not really getting.
We're really all over the place, but I suppose all of the questions are kind of
Wait, actually, probably Zombieland Saga.
twist-wise.
Oh yes, there's actually some really good twists in that. I'm sticking with Steins Gate 0, but.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Zombieland Saga.
Okay. Which one had the? This one again is quite hard because a few of these don't really have one. But which one had the best main character?
Violet.
Violet.
Yeah.
Gotta be Violet.
Violet, though. I was gonna say close second for Sakta.
Yeah, a close second.
Weakest one. I'm gonna.
Oh really? I think with me, second would
Steins
probably
Gate?
be My Hero Academia.
What about Steins Gate?
Oh yeah, wait, yes. Fuck it, Steins Gate. I'm going with Steins Gate.
We're sticking with Violet, I think.
Yeah.
Which one had the weakest main character?
Place?
Darling, because it's just a reverse of Shinji from Evangelion.
Yeah, it's a good point.
Still like
actually.
Hero more. I still like Hero more than Shinji.
I mean,
Yeah, he's actually just a coin flip now.
I'm gonna go with Place for the Universe because she's more just an observer rather than someone who really does stuff.
Overlord, perhaps.
I'm gonna go Overlord.
Yeah.
I disagree.
He's
I
not
still
in it
think
enough to really
I still
win.
think Ainz is a really good character.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if I was to, I think Zombieland's kind of out of this because it doesn't really have a main character per se. Sakura's kind of there.
Sakura's kind of deemed as the main character, especially during the last one. But I think it's about all the girls.
Okay, so let's move on. Which one had the best overall soundtrack? So that's the insert songs and the insert. Let's divide it up. Let's have the insert songs. Which have the best insert songs? Like proper rock songs, but weren't actually OPs or EDs.
Place further in the universe.
This is a tough one for me. I'll come back to you on that one, Reese. I'm choosing between Place Within the Universe and Zombieland Saga, but I'm going to go Place Within the Universe because I won that soundtrack.
Yeah,
same.
it is a brilliant
I'll
song.
go places.
I'm sorry, Zombieland Saga have great songs, but
Place Within the Which one had the best score? Score. I'm not going to have a weakest in this one because I think all their soundtrack, all the insert songs were great.
the best score.
I'll probably go My Hero for the fantasy one.
I'm
Quite an
go-
awful one.
Yeah.
Because that's a great song.
I'm gonna go with Steins Gate. I felt like that had a really good soundtrack.
I'm going to go Violet Evergarden.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one, Cole. Violet Evergarden.
Fair dude.
Evan Cole's score is one of the best parts of that show.
For sure.
Okay, let's say.
How about which one had
Which one had the best animation?
Violet.
Violet
Evergarden,
easily?
Yeah.
Which one had the weakest animation?
Overlord.
Overlord. That was too easy.
Yeah.
How about we end it with which
Let-
one had the best overall story?
Which one had the best overall story? I'm going to go with Violet.
Place.
I'm gonna go with Steins Gate.
I'm going to place.
Okay.
As a
Darling
whole
in the
concise story.
Stop now.
Darling in the
Stop now. It's time to.
It's time to vote.
Time to
Duel.
Time to write them down.
Should
Time
we explain how we're doing it?
We're going to write them down from. Talk amongst yourselves for a minute. We're going to write them down from 8th to first.
It's time to vote. So, who's up for Brexit? Who's not?
Yeah.
Oh please, we're already having enough.
Who wants breakfast?
Once we've given in our results, you know, the ones.
Yeah, fold them up. Write down your name on. Write down your name on that side, and then I'm going to do them in a random order with a public vote going last. And we did do a public vote.
I have the monster manual. I'll use that. Would you review like a D&D book to write on?
No, I'm okay.
Are you sure? I have 4.
No, I'm
I am
okay.
the monster man.
See, I think for all of us, it's probably going to be a bit of a like 8th and going up to about 4th is probably easy, or maybe not easy, but you know becomes harder going up.
By the way,
to
it's
first,
1 point for 8th and 8 points for first.
Yeah.
This is bloody hard.
I think I've got all mine.
I didn't think about this earlier, so I'm really coming up with this on the fly.
Yeah, this is really hard for me, mate. Honestly, this is really genuinely very hard.
I think there's at least 3 or 4 that are fighting for top spots.
Am I the only one who's fully prepared then?
Yes, it would seem so.
It's so hard.
That's what she said.
Oh, you absolute.
Darling.
This just makes for excellent viewing, by the way. You've got 4 guys just looking at the table and writing.
Not my fault. I wanted to make sure.
Why don't we do it as an ASMR? This is now an ASMR.
We are not doing an ASMR. I am sick of ASMR as is. It's amazing. We've got to see how little the bars are.
I was going to give it
down. Sit down and write them down. I got my top 3, and I got my bottom one. It's the rest I'm struggling with at the minute.
Yeah.
I've got to really hurry up with this.
Just abbreviate if we think we're.
Wait, actually, no. I'm changing something. I just realised something. I'm changing it.
Yeah, I want to retrospectively change one of my answers because the best ED I kind of forgot actually how much I love Bunny Girl Senpai ED. It's fucking good. Not just the song, but the animation is amazing as well. And the fact that they change it every episode, and yeah, I watched like a side-by-side comparison of all 5 of them. I think they did 5 individual ones, but they changed the animation, they changed the angles each time.
What would you say your favourite was for Darling in the FranXX? Like your favourite ED?
The first one.
Yeah.
Mine's the last one. I really enjoyed that one.
I think I like the
Actually,
last
no, 4th.
Okay, I've done mine. I'm writing it
I
down.
haven't finished mine yet, sorry.
I'm just going to fold my name onto the thing. Still, it's amazing now how going to be. I'm going to shut up about my book because I don't want to keep going on about it. But it is amazing that this was 2 years of my life I worked on this.
I was going to say,
now have it in my hand.
Bring one of these to every single vlog, and just like anytime any anime is mentioned,
No. This is the last time I'm bringing up the book.
I was going to say, like a preacher, you could just like flick through and find a Bible verse.
And this is the last time I'm bringing it in until it goes on sale, and then I'm going to shut up completely about it. But no, genuinely one of my proudest achievements. But okay, Reese, you got yours. By the way, it's a bit of a, with the exception of myself, it's going to be a bit of a first come first serve. and the public vote's going last. And you'll be very surprised how the public vote turned out. Okay, so Elliot's going to go second.
Don't forget to be enabled.
Oh, you'll tell us. You can tell us mine. You'll be able to know if it's mine.
Right, nearly done.
Okay, I'm going to get out the chart. Apologies if the microphone picks up my typing on this one.
While we're waiting, let's open to a random monster in the monster menu.
Actually, we go with we're going. It was first come first serve.
Good one.
So it's mine.
Kraken.
So we're starting with my 8th.
Look.
So 8th place and getting 1 point off me, Overlord.
Okay.
Really liked it.
I feel like Overlord's going to get 4 points.
Something may surprise you, Ren.
Actually,
Oh God, Reese is
Steins Gate 0
is joining the Empire. Save yourself.
Sit down. Steins Gate 0 is getting 2.
Palpatine did nothing wrong.
Steins Gate 0, really that low?
I went by. Again, I hated putting it that low because I love all of these
It's
ones.
amazing, yeah.
Darling in the FranXX gets 3 off me.
Okay.
Then Zombieland Saga,
So 4 points.
4 points. 5 points are going to go to My Hero Academia Season 3.
It is.
6 points is going to Rascal Does Not Dream of Bunny Girl Senpai. 7 points to Place Further in the Universe. I've just realised I typed them in the wrong place. Idiot.
You can give you extra points if you want.
No. And Violet Evergarden. I just said at the end of the year, Violet Evergarden, it was going to be really hard to beat it. Nothing beats it.
Can I also say, surprisingly, I've had, for the first time ever, I found someone whose handwriting is worse than mine.
Yes, it is true. Why do you think I type in voice memo half my stuff? But here's the thing, though. I will say, originally, when I was thinking it over this morning, I thought Rascal was going to be number 2 and Universe was going to be number 3. You guys really convinced me that Universe is probably a better one. So Reese got us in second.
Wait, actually, quickly, I would like to change mine. I like to change mine.
Too late.
Too late, you handed it in.
Submitted.
No, please,
It's been
please,
submitted.
please.
No, you have to live with the shame.
Okay.
Thank you.
This is the last one you get to do.
Thank you. I swear this will be quick.
Reese, we're starting with yours.
Sure.
You put down 10 places, you
Yes.
didn't need to.
I wanted 10. It's a nice number. I always go to 10.
8th place goes to Darling in the FranXX. It's going to get
Okay.
4 points. This is like Eurovision.
Yep.
Steins Gate 0 gets 2 again.
Yep.
Then we got Zombieland Saga.
Yep.
Getting 3 points.
And now the controversial one.
Overlord Season 3 gets 4
Certainly
points.
higher than I expected.
There's Overlord, so that's on 5 points. It's already over 2. Rascal Does Not Dream of Bunny Girl Senpai is going to get 5 points. Where is Rascal?
Sorry about that. There you go.
5 points. So 6 plus 5 is 11.
Maths with Anime Amigos.
Third place went to a Place Further in the Universe, you bastard. So that's 6 more points on that.
13.
Thank you. Save me a bunch of time. Get the discount. Get the guy who doesn't very good at maths to add them all up. My Hero Academia gets 7 points, so 13 again.
12.
That's
You had 5 before, right?
Yeah.
12.
12. And Violet Evergarden was your number 1.
Yep.
Okay.
It's well in the lead at the minute.
Yeah.
Although it's not far behind Place for the Universe. It's only a bit ahead. Elliot, let's open up your one.
See how much was changed.
Oh, we only changed 2 of them way round. And I'm kind of glad he did it this way round. So 1 point's going to Overlord Season 3.
Are you going to mention the honourable mentions here?
No, because
I literally put down in there King's Game Season 2 Anime of the Year.
I spelled anime wrong. You put anima and across till out.
I think that's what I go to the doctor for.
Come on, I'm dyslexic.
So am I.
Yay.
2 points to Zombieland Saga. It was on 7, so let's get on to 9. If you knock on that door, I swear to Christ, I'm going to kill you. There will be a murder live on air. 3 points to Rascal Doesn't Dream of Bunny Girl Senpai. I'm very disappointed with that one. But I respect your opinion.
I'm sorry.
I just don't respect you as a person anymore.
My Hero Academia Season 3 gets 4 points. That's interesting. It's top tied. Darling in the FranXX is now going to take 5.
I'm probably the only person who put it in like the top 5.
Yeah.
Darling in the FranXX and Place Further in the Universe gets the 6 points.
19.
Number
2 is this has really surprised me. Steins Gate 0 is getting 7 points. 8 points going to Violet Evergarden.
So 11.
I'll happily say Violet Evergarden is fucking phenomenal, and I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna say this now. A Place for the Universe is in my top 10. Steins Gate 0, I'm clumped up with Steins Gate. Violet Evergarden is in my top 5. I love it that much.
Well,
It's
here's the
phenomenal.
thing. Even without Ren's thing, it's really now a 2-horse race between Evergarden and Universe. Academia could take it, but I think the others are kind of out at this point. So let's see. Ren, 1 point goes to Overlord.
Sorry.
We're sorry.
Yeah, it's okay.
Don't worry, the public vote's going to come into this in a bit. Darling In The FranXX is then next on it. Okay. Then we got Bunny Girl Senpai, screw you.
Hey, it's funny. You said to me, "I respect your decision." Meanwhile, you're just like, "Ah, fuck you."
Because I know, because I live with him, so I have to, so I can get back at him more easily. 3 points to Bunny Senpai.
Yeah, I'll help you with that. Elegant yokai apartments suck.
Sit down.
What did you say about Golden Kamuy?
No, Golden Kamuy
I know.
It's fucking.
4 points.
I would never hate on Golden Kamuy.
4 points Steins Gate 0. Then we got 5 points going to Zombieland Saga.
Again,
Then My Hero Academia is going to get 6.
Again, why am I the only person who fucking adored Steins Gate 0?
And here's a first for you. Start Violet Evergarden's getting 7 points.
Oh.
So it's on 31. And A Place for the Universe is going to get the 8 points this time, so 27. Right.
So,
Again-
now to the public votes.
Again, I'm pretty confused. Why am I the only one who really loves Steins Gate 0? Because
No, it's not I didn't love Steins Gate 0. It was more Steins Gate 0 for me. I was a bit on and off with it, but by the end I could see the whole picture.
Oh
and
no,
was
I
like-
loved the entire way through it. I thought it
Yeah,
was
in my
great.
opinion, there are quite a few bad episodes.
Okay, now here's the funny thing. I tried.
This is kind of the almost the opposite.
I want to try. Here's the thing, though. The public vote. I vote a poll on an anime group on Facebook, and I put it on several hashtags on Twitter. I combined the results of the two, and we're left with this combination. Now, it's very interesting that we got. Someone did actually quote. They thought we should have a better selection, and then Ren told them that.
To get better taste. So.
But here's the thing. This is actually a top 6 because 3 of them tied for 4th place, and they will all receive. So as a result, I'm going to have the bottom one's going to receive 3 points, and we're going to work our way up from there with 4th place all receiving a joint score. So 3 points, 4 points, and joint 4th will receive 5 points each.
All right.
And as a result, so 3 points to the one which couldn't get a vote on either the Facebook or the Twitter poll, and 3 points going to Darling In The FranXX.
Seriously?
It didn't get a single vote.
Why am I the only one who still thinks Darling In The FranXX is actually really good?
Because you've not seen better mech shows yet.
One which I had to.
I can show you the world.
One which I.
God.
Fan art, I need that now.
One which.
Yeah, it just shows me Rule 34 picks of Gundam. To be fair, that's probably why I looked up on Thursday nights.
One which.
Hell yeah. And Friday.
One which
Favorite day of the
one which sealed the result. One which kind of seals the result. I had to delete a vote of this because he logged on to one of them and voted them, not because I wasn't supposed
I
to.
didn't realise I wasn't supposed to vote.
So I had to delete one, which is A Place Further in the Universe. It's only going to get 4 points.
Wait, the Place for the Universe didn't get that many.
It didn't get that many votes, no.
No.
That is shocking.
That
I thought
kind
that
of-
would be
that-
one. I thought that would be in
that-
the top 3.
That kind of doesn't bode well for the Crunchyroll Awards.
I thought that.
Then the joint 4th place and all going to get 5 are Violet Evergarden.
Really? Only 4th.
Yeah, only joint 4th. Yeah,
That is
35.
shocking.
36. Thank you. They're going to get 5 points though.
Yeah, it was on 31.
Rascal Does Not Dream of Bunny Girl Senpai.
Wow.
It's going to get 5 points there. So that's 22, isn't it?
Mhm.
It's actually kind of meaningless at this point, but and
Violet.
yeah,
So you've done Violet, haven't you?
yeah.
Rascal. Oh no, they're the same. So that's one.
That's what they both jointed in that place.
Okay.
Then Zombieland Saga came next. I got quite a few votes, so that's going to take 6 points.
Up to 20.
To 20. So then we had Overlord Season 3 came second.
That is shocking. I'm genuinely shocked.
It did very consistently well.
I'm very shocked by that.
It was, and My Hero Academia won the poll outright. It was a landslide.
Quick question: is anybody surprised?
Yeah.
No. I think the issue with people who not an issue at all.
Wait, where does Steins Gate Zero come in?
Oh yeah, that also.
Should we do the top?
Oh yeah,
ratings?
Steins Gate Zero was also got 5 points in that one.
The part of the difference I think between people who watch seasonal anime and people who watch just a few shows is they're very likely to just stick to those shows and will not have watched many.
Yeah,
of them
true.
Can I say that the public vote didn't really change it much stuff? The only thing the public vote did is Darling in the FranXX is bottom.
Yeah, so
Darling in the FranXX
That's upsetting.
Darling in the FranXX came 8th with 13 points. Overlord Season 3 came next, 7th with 14. Joint 6th place between Zombieland Saga and Steins Gate Zero, both got 20 points. Then Rascal Does Not Dream of Bunny Girls Senpai came 5th with 22. I think I got that wrong actually, but I'll try it again. Yeah, then it was Bunny Girls Senpai. Oh no, hang on, yeah, right. 3rd place, My Hero Academia gets the bronze medal. A Place Film in the Universe gets 31 points and it gets a silver medal, but the gold prize and our anime of the year
As expected.
is Violet Evergarden.
All according to
Everybody,
Kinkaku.
clap your hands.
Is anyone disappointed by that?
No.
Absolutely
I mean, I'm a
not.
little bit gutted that Place didn't get it, but I think Violet.
and I'm just glad Darling ended
yeah.
at the bottom.
Yeah, I'll be honest. I do think A Place for the Universe. Sorry, Violet Evergarden does deserve it most.
Yeah.
Like, it's so much work is put into it, and I'm gonna say now, if you have to watch any anime this year, it has to be Violet Evergarden.
I'm saying to everyone who's got a Netflix account, you have to watch this if you have a Netflix account.
Even if you're not an anime fan, has a phenomenal story, a great cast of characters, and Violet turns from one of the most robotic anime characters, to one of the most human.
I really enjoyed going back over the 2018 list, and I feel glad I can finally close the book on 2018. It was a fantastic year. We're going to 2019.
It was a really tough choice.
Now Ellie's kind of out of this thing, but what's the things we really liked from 2019 so far? Winter season. What I think.
Oh, the holdover has been really good.
Holdover's been very good.
It's amazing so far.
Yeah, I have to say Index. That has been amazing.
Are you
Slime,
watching
I would say Slime has been really good.
Yeah, sounds good. But the writing in
Slime's
Index
great.
has been amazing.
My thoughts though of the new stuff though. Promised Neverland is already great.
Yeah. Dororo.
On Amazon Prime. That's a seriously good one.
Need to watch that.
You got an Amazon Prime account?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, seriously, get on the case.
I think I might have now actually.
What else we watching?
That's a good one to start your Amazon Prime on. It's a very good. Although the one I was going to say is, you sometimes have to turn on the subtitles with anime, even if it's in Japanese.
That's okay.
Morons. One I think is not going to get a lot of attention, but I think deserves it. My Roommate is a Cat.
Yes, I love that.
It is really
Yeah,
good.
Subaru is one of the most relatable protagonists with episode 2.
Yeah,
Also,
he doesn't like going in public places because there's too much noise that blocks his imagination.
Also, it's a cat. How can you not complain?
What else did I read?
How can you?
Another controversial one. Shield Hero has been amazing.
It's really good.
Yes,
Yeah.
no, I'm sorry. The people.
Raph Talia, best girl so far.
I'm sorry. The people that are complaining about Shield Hero, I think have overblown it.
Yeah, it's not a Goblin Slayer.
No, if anything,
not a Goblin-
it's like reverse Goblin Slayer.
Yeah,
Like,
it's not a Goblin Slayer. It's not a Sword Art Online.
they're not,
And it's
they're not using it as a hook.
I'm looking at you, Anime News Network. Keep your Anime News Network. You mean well, but you're really off the board in this one.
Yeah.
Like,
I heard one review saying this is basically a nice guy's revenge fantasy.
Oh good God!
Jesus,
oh
it's
good God!
one episode.
One episode. Yeah.
Anime Network. Don't be a Wall Street Journal. Please don't.
Let's move on. Anything else that really came out this season that we're really into?
Boogie Bop's pretty good.
Boogie Pop's alright, but we're a bit confused by it.
That first episode did not help.
No.
The second episode apparently
Second
is
episode
a-
actually
Yeah,
made it
got
a lot better, I think.
And the fourth episode's kind of confused me all over again.
I've only seen the first 2.
Mob Psycho 100 season 2, obviously.
Yes.
Yeah.
That is amazing.
I need to I'm wanting to rewatch the first season of Mob Psycho 100.
It also puts into context why there was a tomato plant and broccoli in the first season's OP.
How did it?
Because at the end of the first episode of season 2, Mob gets given the tomatoes and broccoli seeds.
Oh!
So that's why they're in the season 1 OP.
Oh my God!
Let's-
amazing.
Yeah,
Next one.
I just thought it was because the first OP of Mob Psycho was a mindfuck.
I love the way this turns out. But what else is coming out this season that we're really enjoying? One I'm quite liking is it was on Sat. It's kind of Sundays have been really the off day for me. There's nothing really on Sunday, but the thing that's on Friday, the Rising Shield Hero we really like. I'm really into Dororo.
What do you think of Promised Neverland?
Promised Neverland's
really good.
probably the best thing I'm watching so far. I think.
Nice.
I'm really enjoying it.
It's the first series to bring back horror.
Yeah, it's a bit of a mindfuck to me.
Here's the thing though. I'm not going to tell you anything about it. Go into it
Yeah,
blind.
I'm not going to know anything.
Go into it blind. It's got a really great twist in the first episode.
So I'm gonna say now, if by the end of this season it doesn't make me want to buy the manga, I'm gonna be a little
Put it
disappointed.
this way, I went out and bought I bought the first 2 volumes. I've already gone out and bought them.
Nice.
But
Yeah, I think you got one of them where we were in London.
Incidentally, I'm going to be we're going to get in contact with our artist friends, and we're going to be commissioning either a T-shirt or a poster of us handing the prize to Violet Evergarden.
Nice.
That'll be really cool. I'm sure we just
So-
I don't know. I feel like we should have something for the loser brackets, like have Master of Ragnarok crushed by a hammer or something.
Yeah, put like a dunce cap on
Yeah,
Zero Two's head or something.
or at least,
Not on 02.
or at least,
On Ichigo's head, at least.
no, or at
Can we
least,
choose
or at
worse
least a mention of King's Game.
Yeah,
Come on,
we've
we've got to have a
King's
mention of
somewhere,
King's Game.
course.
Yeah.
We'll look into that, but wow, what a great way to cap off 2019.
It's been fantastic.
Yeah,
2018.
2018 has been an amazing year, and honestly, if
And look at what we got to look forward to this
Yeah,
year. We got One Punch Man Season 2,
Yes.
My Hero Academia Season 4, Haikyuu Season 4.
yeah, I'm gonna say now, if this season is this year is as good as last, or at least as half as good as last year, I think I'm gonna enjoy it.
Can I just say another one I really like that I'm looking forward to is Carol and Tuesday, which is done by it's directed by Shinichiro Watanabe,
Oh, really?
who directed Cowboy Bebop.
Yeah.
And it's going to be a Netflix exclusive, but from what I've heard, they might be giving it the Violet Evergarden treatment and be releasing it on week-to-week basis.
That would be really cool. I really hope they do that.
Bellissimo.
Shinichiro Watanabe is one of the most amazing anime directors you'll ever get.
And when's that one coming out?
It's coming out in spring season.
Okay,
That's
spring?
what I'm predicting. I'm predicting that's going to be a potential for my. If it's not the anime of spring, I predict that will be a prediction for my wild card.
Yeah, I think spring's gonna be really good this year.
Well, I'm hoping that we get the Gundam films
Yeah, that's
released over here.
We got other things to think about film-wise. We're going to get Heaven's Feel come over at some point.
Yeah.
By the way,
Broly's released on Wednesday, right? The Dragon Ball Super movie.
Yeah.
we've also got Bunny Senpai's films coming out this year.
Isn't Elisa coming out soon?
Elisa's coming out. Well, we're going to get on the case with that one. But another thing that's coming out in the summer is the new film from Makoto Shinkai, who did Your Name. This is his follow-up to Your Name.
What? Oh, no, sorry, not a sequel. Okay, I thought you meant a sequel then.
No. It's just.
Yeah, I would not want a sequel to
No, it's
Your
not a
Name.
it's not a sequel, but it's done by the same studio. The same. It's pretty much all the people behind Your Name have come together to do this film.
Excellent.
Which I'm really looking forward to that one. We're going to potentially have a new film from Studio Ponok might be announced.
Yeah, not only are we gonna have fun watching anime, I really hope we have a lot of fun reviewing them just as much as we have this year.
Yeah. I'm speaking of which, next time we're back in February, we're going to be doing a full review of that. Apologies, it's not Anime Fights, but the thing got delayed, so we now have to do it. Anime Fights 2 will be happening in April.
And what are they against?
No, it's going to be us all debating each other.
Oh right, sorry.
For the first wild card.
Oh, yeah.
Speaking of which, Reese, since you won last year, you get to pick who judges the first round. You can pick yourself, or you can pick one of us. But I've tailored a question specifically for each of us judging the first round.
Let's go with Elliot.
Yay! I was hoping you would pick me.
So Elliot will judge the first round.
Yeah.
Okay, that's interesting.
I'm surprised actually.
Yeah. You gotta share the love.
Yeah.
But it's
Share the love.
Yeah, you gotta share the love.
Mr. Frodo.
although there is going to be a Gundam question in there for you, since you won as well. Incidentally, I think it's going to be the one that you pitched, Elliot. That'll be your question that you'll get to judge.
Alright, yeah, I think I know the one you mean.
Thank you very much for joining us all of 2018.
Now we gotta do the teleportation jutsu and fly away.
Welcome back.
He's gone!
That's a good one.